Over this past number of weeks, speaking to many people while we're in lockdown and semi-lockdown and this and that and the other, and I'm delighted to say a hello to a gentleman from his home in County Fermanagh, singer, songwriter and entertainer. He's been around quite a number of years and has written numerous songs, as well as doing thousands at this stage of performances. And I'm delighted to say a big hello to Anthony McBrien. Anthony, how are you?
Hello, Jerry. Good to be with you. How are you?
Not bad at all, Anthony. Not bad at all. It's a change in lifestyle for you since it all kicked off in March.
It definitely is. It's funny. In March, we were meant to be going on a 3-week tour. We do the show, The Legends of American Country. You know,
right?
Myself and Joe Moore and Tracy McCauley, and we have a full band behind us as well. But that was put to a stop because of this whole virus thing and all the dates throughout the year's gone as well. You know, we're very busy doing all theatre work over England, Scotland, Wales and Ireland as well. But I'm not the only one there. You know, everybody's in the same boat. And I think myself as well that a lot of business has been hit badly, but I think the music business has been hit because I think it's going to be the last thing ever to come back, you know.
Indeed so. Indeed so. Sadly it is, yes. It's one of those, unfortunately, where by the very nature of the music business, it is with social interaction, be it people meeting people, talking to each other, people dancing, all that sort of thing.
Well, I always say that the music and the stage part is a big part of what we do. But I've always found one of the most important parts of it is that afterwards, chatting people and meeting people and having the crack with people and the interaction with people. That's as important to me as it is performing on a stage, just meeting people, because I just love it. You know, it's part of the job I love. You know.
Yes, it is. It's lovely. It's lovely to meet up with people. When you go back to various venues. I mean, that there's just nothing like it.
Oh, absolutely, totally. I like I say, it's just as important as the performance you do on stage, you know.
Indeed it is, indeed so. Hey, Anthony, you've written quite a number of songs, and indeed, right up to date, you've actually recorded a song in lockdown.
I did. I got a wee track stand over Brian Kerrigan in Harmony Studios in Letterkenny, done a track. I wrote a song. I was actually, tell you the truth, what I was doing, Jerry. And I was washing the dishes at the sink, and this title came into my head, when this is all over. And I said to Lisa, I said, text this to me quick, because my hands were wet, I couldn't use my phone. And she texted to me, and after I finished what I was doing, I picked the guitar up, and in 45 minutes, I wrote this song called When This Is All Over. It's all about the lockdown. It's about Nanny and Granda coming to the window and all this stuff. And if any of your listeners there want to go into YouTube, it's up on YouTube, going to Anthony McBrien, When This Is All Over. It'll come up so you can have a listen to it. And I wrote the song in 45 minutes, just straight off the top of my head, really, you know.
Right, that is brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant.
But look, songwriting is something I love doing. I've wrote that title songs over the years. That's on my own albums, and probably one of the most special songs to me is a song called Mother's Song. I wrote it in memory of my mother, and I wrote the song 22 years ago, and I have it on an album there. And recently I wrote a song for Robert Mazel as well, Little Piece of Ireland,
right,
which is on Robert's album. He brought it out as a single, and the song done very well for him as well, you know.
It did indeed, yes. It's actually on the latest album, Postcard from Paris.
That's right, yeah.
Yes,
so I was delighted that Robert, even, you know, for a songwriter, I write songs for the enjoyment of it, and the achievement at the end of writing a song is a great feeling for me as a songwriter. It's not about making money and all this kind of stuff. And when Robert was sent the song by Raymond Stewart, and he came back and wanted to record it, like that was a big achievement to me as well, for somebody like Robert to like my song. Even doesn't matter who it is. If somebody likes a song I wrote, that's an achievement to me as well. You know.
Indeed. It must be, yes. It must be very fulfilling to get that. Like it must be a fantastic feeling as a songwriter for other people to actually record it.
It is, and even if you were to sing a song that you'd wrote and hadn't even recorded and somebody liked it, you know, I think that's another achievement, you know. I wrote a song on the new album coming. I'm actually going down to the studio next Friday, social distance in form as well, to finish my album. I have two more songs to put on my new album, but there's a song on it, Little Boy and Me,
Right.
It's all about the kids, the wee boys, you know what I mean? Just a song came into my head. I like writing songs about kind of reality, if you know what I mean, and
Yes.
real stuff, and it's on the album as well. So I'm looking forward to getting it finished, to tell you the truth.
Right. Yes, I'd well believe it. I'd well believe it. And I mean, how many years are you actually on the road now? I mean, it's quite a few.
It gets scary every year. Well, I suppose I'm at music 25 years now.
Wow. Didn't think
Believe it or not, when I started out first, I started out playing the pubs and with 3 other fellas and doing weddings and stuff like that. Then I got the band together, and really and truly, that was a disaster, to be quite honest with you. And I'm not going to polish it any other way, because 3.5 years of being on the road and travelling from Cork to Tipperary, financially, I was out money for
Yes.
3.5 years with the band, But I'll tell you what it was. It was a great stepping stone for me. It was a great. I learned an awful lot out of that situation. I learned who the crooks were, and I learned who the honest people were, and I learned the dishonest people. And I think that's an achievement as well, like songwriting.
Indeed.
And I come out of the band, and I probably was glad to leave that behind me, because it was becoming a pain, really, And look, when I got on the stage, Jerry, for 2 hours, that whole stuff that was going on around me financially, the 2 hours of music, because I love music that much, buried that in the ground for 2 hours,
Yes.
And but coming off the stage and you looking at the sea, was any people coming in? A band had to be paid and stuff like that. And I wasn't making the money, and the money that I'd saved over the years of myself was coming out of my own pocket to pay this. And when that was gone, it was gone.
Yes.
And I thought to myself, when that's gone, so was the band. So I gave it up. And I went back playing the pubs again. And I was very proud to do that, to tell you the truth. And where I'm at now, I was giving up the pubs because it wasn't happening. I just found in the pubs over a year ago that the atmosphere and the fun wasn't in the pubs no more. I was beginning to feel it in myself that I wasn't beginning to enjoy my music no more, because I wanted to entertain people. But if you look down off a stage, and this is me being totally honest, if you look down off a stage, sometimes I blame phones for it. A husband and wife could be sitting at a table, and the two of them's on their phones looking through Facebook. They've no interest in you singing. They've no interest in their own selves. And I just found the whole thing in the pubs, the crack was going out of them, and the atmosphere was going out of them. And I couldn't be bothered with it. And I was deciding to pack the whole thing in. And I got a call then, what was it, January last year. There was a show called The Legends of American Country.
Yes.
And I asked me would I like to join them. And I joined them. And the first thing we went on was a 3-week tour. And I absolutely was back where I was 25 years ago, just loving what I was doing. All theatre work, all in Scotland, England, Wales, Ireland, and playing out the packed houses, full band, just a professional job, and it's just exactly what I wanted. And I was loving every bit of it. And then this thing comes here now and knocks it all off the shelf, So
Indeed.
Musically, that's where I was, and musically, this is where I am now. So like any other singer.
Indeed so. But at least you're keeping your mind is still in music. The fact that you've actually wrote and recorded that song. I bet you never thought you'd see the day that you could record a song in your bedroom.
I never thought of it. I definitely never thought I would be writing a song about what I've written it about this whole corona thing and this whole lockdown. I never thought our lives would ever come to this, you know what I mean? But yeah, music, look at Jerry, no matter where I go in life or whatever happens in life, music will always be in my head, you know what I mean? Because it's a part of my life. Put me in a building and say, I'm no good. Put me anywhere else, put me on a stage, I think I can perform, but that's my life. Music's my life since I was very young,
Indeed, and well done. Continuing it on. I mean, well done. And I think it's an incredible achievement. And I say this to everybody who's been involved for a number of years in music, in a business where so many people come and go so fast. For to be in it like for 25 years is a heck of an achievement.
It's a heck of an achievement, yeah, it is, and you know, I've had a good old career, in fairness to it, throughout the music, you know what I mean? But I suppose you could, if you didn't stick at it and bring something new out, you could be forgot about too, you know what I mean? It's like any business, you know what I mean? You have to keep going and bringing out singles and bringing out songs and bringing out an odd album, you know? And again, the sales and albums nowadays is not the same as it was years ago either, you know?
Indeed so. Yes, indeed so. It's
and the price of recording an album is expensive as well, you know. But I suppose again, I love the studio and I love doing things like that, you know. It's me life, you know.
Indeed, it's the creative. It's sort of the creative genes and the creative part of you that never leaves.
That's exactly, you've hit the nail on the head. It'll never leave me, you know, no matter what way the ball hops, you know what I mean. And I suppose the quicker we get back at it, the better, because I do miss it now, you know. I really, really do miss it. Just like any other singer, probably.
Indeed.
At home, you know.
Everybody says, everybody I speak to, and I've spoken to a lot at this stage, everybody says the same thing. But you've managed to discover other talents like homeschooling and things like that.
Well, I wouldn't say it's a talent now. I wouldn't like to say that. I never thought I would become a teacher or try to become a teacher, but. You know, I was saying to other people that I was 7 years, I have a 13-year-old, a 12, a 7, and we were at 1.5. But the boy at 7, I've sat down with him doing his homework, and I don't know what people's going to think about this, but I'm 49 years of age, and I couldn't do it. Because it's so different from what I was doing when I was his age, you know. I just couldn't get my head around it. And as for the 13-year-old and the 12-year-old, well, not the mission, I wouldn't have a clue.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
It's just how homework and schooling has changed over the years. Yes, there's parts of it I could do. Yes, there is. But there's parts of it, I tell you what, I had to call Lisa and get her to do it. I couldn't do it.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. I'd well believe. I bet you see teachers in a totally different light today.
Absolutely, totally. But, you know, it's a tough job. I suppose they know what they're doing. You know what I mean? But I don't. That's where the biggest problem lies, you know. But no, you definitely. But I suppose, Jerry, in this whole lockdown thing, and that song I was telling you about, that's on YouTube that I wrote about the whole thing, that it's a line in it, we'll appreciate the simple things in life when this is all over.
Indeed.
You know, and it's very, very true. Like, you know, the simplest things in life that we definitely will appreciate, you know.
Indeed. So, Anthony, listen, it's been lovely to catch up with you, and well done the songwriting, and well done in your career to date. It's been lovely to catch up with you, and as they say, you know, listen to yourself and your wife and the family. Listen, stay safe and stay well.
You too, Jerry. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to come on and chat to you. It's been a pleasure.